Welcome back to Licks of the Beast. I'm Nico, and this is a custom-made, one-of-a-kind guitar that I've had the good fortune of being able to play for the past 2 months. I think it's an exceptional instrument, so if you're into guitars that are really cool and unique, you'll definitely want to stick around. So this wild take on the Telecaster was hand-built by my friend Nick at Clarke Customs. He refers to it as a sacrilegious approach to the Tele shape. But as someone who loves Telecasters, in fact, the only custom build I've ever had made is a Telecaster, I think this is a worthy homage to Leo Fender's original groundbreaking design. So let's start with a quick rundown of the guitar specs. First off, we have a 2-piece Corina body with flame maple top, which is painted in a beautiful Caribbean sea color, and a satin poly finish. The 13-piece neck is made of roasted curly maple, dyed birch, and Corina. And it's got a true oil finish for a high-end look and a nice, slick feel. On top of that is an ebony fretboard with mother-of-pearl shark fin inlays that give major shredder vibes, and the 12-inch radius certainly lends itself nicely to that style of playing without sacrificing comfort when playing more chordal things. The frets are made with Dunlop 6105 fret wire, so they're tall and narrow jumbo frets, which are just easy and comfortable for most people to play. The pickups are both Seymour Duncan. We have a JB in the bridge and a 59 in the neck position. Now they're not my favorite pickups, but I have to admit they sound great for pretty much anything, and they're definitely an ideal choice for classic hard rock and heavy metal. The controls are very straightforward and perfectly positioned for easy access without being in the way. And that's a great thing because I really hate it when I'm chugging along and all of a sudden I realize that I've been nudging the volume knob almost to the point of turning it all the way down. So there's a volume knob, a tone knob, and a 3-way selector switch that allows you to choose between bridge, neck pickup, or both together. Now on a guitar like this, perhaps a coil split would have been a nice feature, just to get a few more tonal options. Finally, the bridge is a Floyd Rose original from the 1980s with an R3 nut. Those of you who've played with one of these know just how awesome they are and how they're essentially a one-way ticket to Flutter City. Oh, and before I continue, I just want to clarify that this is not a sponsored video. Not that I have any kind of issue with sponsored videos. In fact, I hope to be making some in the near future because truthfully, channels like this one can't survive on ad revenue alone. But I believe that it's important for the sake of transparency to make it clear when a video is sponsored. And in this case, Nick is a friend who asked for my feedback on a custom build he thought might be to my liking, and as it turns out, it really was. And I thought it would make for an interesting video, so here we are. When it comes to custom-built guitars, the most important things for me are overall craftsmanship, quality of materials and components, and having a good balance between style, functionality, personality, in the sense of having some sort of unique trait, and quality control. By those parameters, I have to give Nick massive props because he absolutely nailed it. The first thing you notice when you pick it up is that it feels substantial. In other words, it's quite heavy for a Tele, and personally, I like that because it makes me feel connected to the instrument. It just resonates against your body when you play it. And while I don't necessarily think that is something that comes across in a recording, especially with high gain tones, you could definitely feel it as you're playing. And that is something that will most certainly come across in the recording. This guitar also has one of the nicest necks I have ever played. This was actually the first piece of feedback I gave Nick because the first time I actually sat down with it at home, I lost all track of time, and it was mostly because of this neck. The shape feels perfect in my hand, the fretboard feels solid yet supple without any stiffness, and the fretwork is impeccably smooth from the 1st to the 25th fret. That's right, this guitar has 25 frets, which is actually less than the 27 plus fret necks Nick typically makes. And that's because his customers seem to have a preference for modern extended range guitars. But what's really cool is that the 25th fret is actually a housing for the truss rod adjustment thumb wheel right here. That's brilliant. This is the kind of thing I was referring to earlier when I said I like for there to be a balance between style, functionality, and personality. The inspiration behind this one was actually Chris Oliva's white Charvel. I picked up on that right away when I first saw it, and after I played it for the first time, I kind of wish that I had gotten hold of it a little bit sooner so that I could have used it on my cover of Savatage's Gutter Ballet. Oh well, maybe I'll just have to hold on to it a little bit longer so that I could make another Savatage video. There's a link to Clarke Custom's Instagram page in the description of this video. So if you're thinking of getting a custom-built guitar made to your specific requirements, you can reach out to Nick directly. He's a great guy, and he'll be happy to help you make your ideas come to life. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Cheers.